Good afternoon, everyone. Today we have with us Siddhi and Riddhi, twins who got offer from Amazon. Congratulations from our team Aim to Crack, and thank you for joining us and sharing your experience.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please introduce yourself so that we will get to know about your profile.
So, hi, I'm Siddhi, and I am pursuing my majors in instrumentation and control from NIT Jalandhar, and I'm a final year student. I also pursue my minor degree in computer science engineering. I'm currently a software engineer trainee at Airbus.
Hello, I'm Riddhi Jain. I'm a computer science engineering student from JCRC Foundation, Jaipur. I am currently an R&D intern at Crossroad Korea, and I am the elder sister among both of us, though the gap is only 9 minutes.
Okay. So please tell us about the journey you people had till today. Like how from your school days, college days, now both of you have got offer from the same company. How is it?
So we had a lot of twin moments throughout our journey. Like we got the same CGPA, 10 CGPA in class 10th, and surprisingly same CGPA in class 12th, 94.4. Even though we had different optional subjects, but the final CGPA, final percentage came out to be 94.4. And then this same internship from the same company, Amazon. This was very surprising because we are from different colleges as well as different branches.
Yeah.
It's just mainly covered the similarities. We do have some differences in us. Like from the beginning, I was more inclined towards public speaking and debate, and I was also the deputy head girl of my school.
Okay.
But she was more focused on technical subjects, technical topics like robotics and space.
So tell us about the branches which are allowed to sit in and what is the eligibility criteria. Whether both of you had the same eligibility criteria or is it any difference is there?
So for me, it was a completely on-campus experience. So the branches allowed were computer science, electronics, electrical, and instrumentation, as well as IT.
Okay.
But there were around 300 students that appeared for the exam.
Okay.
So mine was basically a campus pool hiring in which like all the some of the private colleges from the north area were selected, and out of this we have two colleges. So out of both our colleges, 22 students were shortlisted for giving the online exam by Amazon.
Okay. So what are the different rounds you had and how many rounds were there totally?
Okay, so there was one written round, and then there were two technical interviews for both of us.
Okay, both of us, the procedure is same. So
Yes.
tell us about the written test, like how many sections were there?
So there were four sections. One was first was debugging section, in which we had 7 questions, and time was 20 to 25 minutes. In this question, it was a fairly easy round, and we were given the problem statement as well as the test cases and the expected outcome.
Okay.
We were given a code along with the compiler, so we could run the code and see what are the output we are getting and how it is different from the expected outcome. And then we were to figure a line or two to change so that we could implement the logic. So I remember a question. According to the problem statement and the expected outcome, it was the array had to be printed in an increasing order, but the current code was giving the answer in decreasing order.
Okay.
So change in one line solved the problem.
Okay.
And then there was a coding section in which there were two questions. So my first question was on like there's an Amazon market. And that Amazon market had different shops with different number of items, and it was given to us that Amazon would gain profit by the number of items present in the shop.
Okay.
Suppose I buy an item from a particular shop, then the profit that Amazon will get is the number of products left in the shop. So we had to maximize the profit that a person could get in K such purchases. We were given a number K and we had to maximize the profit.
Okay.
So it was a fairly easy question, and the main test they were testing us was on like the comparison functions of the sorting algorithms. And then my second question was on like Amazon website. we know that Amazon website had a lot of pages, so we had to mimic that behavior. So it was given a sorting parameter was given to us, like on what parameter the user want us to sort the items on the page. That is the name, its relevance, or its price. Then we were given a sorting order, whether the user wants it to be ascending or descending.
Okay.
Then we had the number of items that the user want us to print on the page and the page number.
Okay.
So it was a tricky question to understand, but once I understood the question, it was fairly easy to code using a normal maths heap.
Okay. So, like, how many minutes they were given for these two questions?
70 minutes were given.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, Riddhi, which question you have got?
Okay, so the first question was similar to Siddhi's, like that page number 1, which she explained, the second question of hers. And second was related to Amazon sort centers, in which like we were given we had to choose the packages that have to be loaded onto the truck. So we were given the size of the truck as well as the number of packages and their respective sizes. Based on that and certain more conditions that they specified in the question, we had to choose two packages that would completely fill in the truck.
Okay.
So that was fairly easy question, I would say, and coding part was also easy. The only thing was to understand the question because it was all regarding their case study. So that was the only different part. Otherwise, it was very easy.
Okay. So, what are the other sections you had?
So one of our section was behavioral questions. We had like around 50 to 60 questions that focused on work style assessment.
Okay.
And as I heard from my seniors, like it is a major part where Amazon focuses on the behavioral part. So it had mainly questions focusing on topics like how do you manage stress and teamwork, multitasking, or how do you learn new technology. So I would suggest that one should be honest while answering these questions because on a single topic, there are a number of questions. So they would easily understand your variation in answers. So one should be honest with that. And the next section was reasoning questions. And in that, it was also easy as compared to online assessment, aptitude-based online assessment of other companies. It had around 24 questions that had to be solved in 35 minutes.
Okay. So, it has all the quants, logical, verbal, and everything is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And paragraph-based questions also.
Okay, fine. So, when you got the result for this round, and approximately how many students have been shortlisted after this round?
Okay, so in my college, around 6 students were shortlisted, and we gave the exam on 2nd of October, and the 6th of October we got the result, and my interview was scheduled on 18th of October.
Okay,
First.
out of 22, 6 students have been shortlisted.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, 90 students were selected, and we were told that the interview would be scheduled in the same week, but we would be informed 48 hours before the interview.
Okay.
But it got delayed, and we had 15 to 20 days before the interview.
Okay, so after the written test, you have to wait for around 20 days.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it was a good point, I think.
yeah.
It helped.
Yeah, you guys have got some time to prepare for it. Yeah. So how was the interview? What is the first round and how it went?
Okay, so in my round, like it just started with general introduction, then followed by directly jumping onto the DSA question. It was on their platform Amazon Chime, the interview, and they also provided a link that was shared between me and the interviewer so that he can see what I was editing on that page. My first question was, both of the questions were related to trees, and first question was to find the kth smallest element in a binary search tree. So firstly, we discussed about the approaches, like I gave him the brute force approach, then I gave him the approach in iterative in order traversal. Then he was fairly satisfied with my approach and I started coding. After that, I ran the question on the test case he gave and also explaining him about the corner cases, if any. Then we discussed about the space and time complexities in detail. After that, I got a question was to find the average of values of nodes at each level. Okay. So that I coded in around 10 to 15 minutes because that was pretty much easy. That was only focusing on level order traversal in a binary tree. So after that, he asked me about my experience and he also asked me about the questions I had for him.
Okay, so do you ask any question to him?
Yeah, so basically, first of all, I in this interview asked about the leadership principle, like more on which is his favorite and how his experience has been in Amazon so far.
Okay.
That's
Okay. Yeah, Siddhi, in your case, how many questions you have got?
So yeah, I also got two questions to solve. So my interview started with her brief introduction, and then mine. Then we directly jumped to the coding questions. I was asked to share my screen. Then she already had a question pasted on the link. So the question was basically there are two teams given, team A and team B. I was the coach. She told me that I was the coach of team A, and there was a fighting competition that has to be supposed to be running between each team members. Like
Okay.
one member of team A was supposed to be fighting against member of team B. So, and the person, the value of the member decided that who will win.
Okay.
Okay, so I had to maximize that number of wins.
Okay.
So, like basically, I used the concept of the closest person, the closest greater person to a value, and basic sorting.
Okay. I think this program question is very similar to Clash of Clans. Whether you guys have played Clash of Clans?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've not
No,
played.
no, you should have played. Then you could have got this idea, logic very easily. Anyway, yeah, what is the next question?
So yeah, like this question, first we discussed the time complexity and the space complexity. Then normal, I tried under the code to the test cases she gave me, and she was satisfied from the solution. So we moved to the next question. So my next question is a pretty standard question. It is the bottom view of the tree, but like they are very smart. You know, they don't directly tell us to code the bottom view of the tree. They she gave me a situation, and then she told me that this is the output. What do you think? What is the required output? How can you can you see a pattern? And these type of questions. She did not directly mention that it was a bottom view question. So I knew that question was a pretty standard question. So I coded it in 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, and then we discussed about the time complexity and the space complexity. And then she asked me to modify the same code for top view of the tree. So
Okay.
then it was then the interview got over, and she asked me whether I had some questions. So I asked about her experience in the company and
Okay.
that. So, yeah.
So how long it went totally?
First round was for me 50 minutes.
Okay, okay, fine then. So when you got the result for this round and when you had the second interview?
For me, it was around after 20 minutes I got to hear that my second round is scheduled on the next day.
Okay.
And for me, I got the message on the second day
Okay.
in the morning that I have an interview in the afternoon.
Okay.
So my interview started with him introducing himself, and then I was asked to introduce. Then he mentioned that he was already impressed by my resume, and then he said that before discussing the coding questions, let's have a discussion about your resume.
Okay.
So he had gone through my resume before, so he asked me a particular project to explain. In my resume, I had mentioned a project called detecting paddy diseases in crop images.
Okay.
So he asked me questions about that project, like how had I implemented. Then I explained him in a star fashion: situation, task, action, and result. So and then he asked me follow-up question like this project I made during a hackathon. So
Okay.
he asked me what are the further improvements you will be doing in the project, and so a discussion was going on that project. And then he asked me a situation where I had moved out of my comfort zone to start something. So in that question, I gave him an example from my internship that I was pursuing at that time, Airbus. So then my further follow-up questions were from the internship itself.
Okay.
Then we had a discussion about my internship, what I was doing, how I grabbed it, and so on. And then he concluded this HR part from by the last question he asked. That is, suppose if he gave me a technology, how would I proceed to learn it and to study it if I'm completely new to it?
Okay.
So this was the last question he asked. And then he was impressed. He told me that, yeah, you answered it very well.
Okay.
Now, then he told me that let's move to the coding questions.
Okay.
So my half of the time was HR, and then the second half was I was given only one question regarding the balance parenthesis question.
Okay.
Okay, so he had some questions like we had to see whether it was I was given a string, and then I had a string of brackets, alphabets, and digits, and then I had to return whether the string is balanced or not. Like a closing parenthesis had to be like opening had to be closed,
Okay.
a bracket. So that kind of a question. So I discussed my approach with him, and then he was okay with the approach, and he asked me to code. One thing I noted was like my interview was very friendly to me.
Okay.
He even like the small variable mistakes I did in my during my coding, he was correcting it side by side, and he did. He said, "No need to worry about these small mistakes. You keep on coding." And I was also explaining him line by line what I was doing. He then asked me to write comments also.
Okay.
So that was it. And then one thing I would like to say was you should use variables that is related to the question.
Okay.
So that he said to me that it is a good practice because
Okay.
Amazon people the difference between a normal interview and an Amazon interview is they are very focused on code quality, the time complexity and space complexity. Your
Okay.
code has to be like industry ready. Like anybody can understand the code and it is very clear to understand and simple to understand. So that was the focusing point.
Okay.
So after this question, we had a normal discussion. He asked me if I had any questions. Then I asked him about the interview, like the how are interns assigned to different departments. So, and then the interview concluded.
Okay. Yeah.
So my second one was pretty much related to my role. Like everybody assumed that it would be a problem solving, so we also assumed that it would be focused on problem solving. But to our contrary, it was more focused on and only focused on testing. That was my role. So we started with him giving me the contents of the interview. Then he asked me about whether I have a previous experiences in testing. So I did not have any previous experience, but I grabbed this opportunity and instead I started explaining that what I did for one of my internship. So I told him that in one of my internship, I also I developed a mobile application, and for that I developed the corner cases and solved those problems, and also developed a lot of test cases so that to test the app before it going to the production. So I explained him that. So he was quite surprised that in this age I got that experience in testing as well. So firstly we started on my application only. He asked me to write more of the codes, focusing on test cases and how to improve the app. Then secondly, he gave me a question to write test case scenarios for a web page on Book My Show. So I was asked to write test case scenarios comprising like UI testing, functional testing, network testing. Followed by that was a long discussion on testing and theoretical questions on testing as well. Questions like testing platform and framework, and also follow-up questions on that make my tip. I was asked to write everything on a document and then explain it to him. So I noticed that he actually took that point into consideration that the freshers are not usually very accustomed to testing. So he helped me a lot. He also explained me some of the keywords I did not know and then asked me that now what do you think and how would you implement this in real life. So that was very good, and both of the interviews were very helpful. Like they were not only focusing on getting the solution but also on how I think for the question. So that actually was showed in their interviews, and that followed by was me asking about questions. So I asked him questions regarding the role, about the differences between SDT and SD intern. So yeah, he looked very satisfied after my interview. So I was
Okay.
also happy.
Okay. So when you got the result and finally how many got selected from your institute?
Only 34 people were selected from NIT Jalandhar, and I was one of them.
Okay.
And the result was it was released after 2-3 days.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. In your
So
case?
after giving my last interview on 19th of October, we got the result around 27th October, and 4 out of 6 were selected for SDET interns.
Okay. Being from a non-IT branch instrumentation, when you start preparing for building your programming profile, have you taken any tips from your sister?
Yeah, she started coding during 11th and 12th because she had an optional subject.
Okay.
But I did not took a coding a subject that then also. Then my branch was also not that focused on coding. I was exposed to coding in my second semester when I had a C language course. Then after that, in my second year, I had DSA.
Okay.
Then during that class, I implemented the basic data structures, and then I got interested in coding, and then I practiced on various coding platforms.
Okay.
So that way, I started it.
Okay. What are the different platforms you have used, GFG or Lead Code? Which one you have preferred?
I prefer both of them. Like
Okay.
GFG is very good for articles and explaining the problems, and Lead Code, on the other hand, gives us a idea where we stand, like where our code stands. It gives us the time and the space comparison of all the code submissions they had. So it's a a good way to analyze where you are standing and
Okay.
how optimized you can make your code.
Yeah.
So these two platforms.
Yeah. Yeah, Riddhi, in your case.
Okay, so I started programming. I took courses in C, C++, DSA in my first year itself. And in first year, I did coding on HackerRank platform. After that, I shifted mainly to GFG and Lead Code. Like I also prefer Lead Code because of its interface, firstly, and secondly, its discussion tab. Like even if a solution gets submitted on GFG, it was not submitting on Lead Code because they have very strict parameters and constraints. So I like that platform a lot, and discussion tab actually allowed me to see very advanced code and different approaches to a single question. So like I did not only focus on a brute force approach to just pass the test cases, but focused on different approaches, and that actually allowed me to learn a lot of advanced data structures while practicing the questions. So that was quite helpful, and I also did coding, participated in contests on daily basis. So that improved my timing and also passing the solution in one go. So that also helped me, and I also did some coding on CodeChef and CodeForces as well.
Okay. Tell us about the projects you guys have done.
Okay, so as I mentioned, like my one project was on detecting paddy diseases in crop images. So it was we developed it during a hackathon.
Okay.
So it was a mobile application wherein the farmer was asked to click a photograph of the diseased area of the plant,
Okay.
and then we had deployed machine learning and object detection algorithms to identify the diseases the paddy leaf might be having.
Okay.
And we also had a crop doc, that is a chatbot in the app, and a shop.
Okay.
The other projects were part of my internship.
Okay.
Like I studied the various the comparison of various object detection algorithms during my internship at ISRO, and then I also presented it through a research paper.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Riddhi, in your case?
So like I did a lot of internships in my previous year. So like one of the project I developed for an internship was like my fields of interest are basically Flutter app development and machine learning.
Okay.
So for one of the internship, I developed a video editor app for a startup, and that focused on allowed the user to trim the video, adding audios to the video, and adding stickers, various filters that are available on Instagram, and uploading the video on Firebase, adding audios to the video, and cropping the video. So that was a full production ready app, and that is actually available on Play Store.
Okay.
Second, like we both wrote a research paper also, it was titled as emotion classification using EEG signal using deep learning.
Okay.
So that is published in CCIS series of Springer.
Okay.
And apart from this, I have done a lot of projects, but mainly on like internship part and hackathons. So both during my college year, I participated in a lot of hackathons.
Okay.
So that gave me an approach for teamwork, as well as also allowed me to work with different kinds of people. Like in one of my hackathon, I participated with people that belong to different cities as well as different countries.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was totally virtual. So that gave me a lot of experience in that, and also allowed me to learn many things from others.
Okay.
So my mainly projects are group based and internship based.
Okay. Do some kind of roadmap to somebody who is at the early stage of building his programming profile, what one should do?
Okay, so like I would suggest that in the initial years we should try various technologies like web development, app development, and machine learning, and focus on what we prefer. Like one thing should be done in development, and in continuation with it, DSA should be focused on. So like we should, like, since the competitions are gaining and everybody is doing coding, so it would be very edge to have internships as well as industrial experiences in your resume. So that is one thing that we should focus on, both DSA based preparation and that too advanced DSA. Not only like arrays and stick, but graphs and try and advanced data structures, and also internships and project. Like we should have at least one project that we are able to explain for half an hour to an interviewer if he wants to.
Yeah.
So that is the thing.
Yeah.
For me, like I would say, basic knowledge and basic implementation of the data structures are very important. It actually tells us how deep we can go. So, like in C++, we have a STL library, and then Stack and Q are directly imported, and we directly use the functions. But I would say focus on the implementation part of the Stack and the Cube, how they're actually implemented through arrays, because till now many companies do focus on their implementation parts. And if you're only good at coding and not learned them through the base, then you'll not be able to answer those questions. So I would say focus on the basic part, then the implementation of the data structures, and then move to the libraries and the coding part and the logic part, and then practice a lot, because like data structures are very important, I would say.
Yeah. So among you, who got the first offer, and it might be a difficult time for the other person.
So I got offered around 15 days before she got the offer. So,
Okay.
It was a very different experience. My family members were very happy. Obviously, I was also very happy. When we got to know that she has grabbed the offer, I was waiting for my interview schedule.
Okay.
So I was during my last day's preparation time. So I was very pressurized that what if I don't get the offer? Then my family expectations also jumped to a great level. That what will how will I manage? But then I was also comforted that my sister grabbed the offer. I'm also capable of doing the same. So it
Okay.
gave me confidence also, and her experience also helped me a lot to overcome my fears.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, and we wish you all the best, both of you, to get FTE offer from Amazon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you
so
for
much.
having us.